Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. Today, in this episode, we're going to look at something totally different. We are looking at a crystal radio set. I had purchased this back in 2008 off of eBay for about a total cost of $40, I believe. I was at the time in my life where I wanted to get back into crystal sets because I remember as a kid I enjoyed building them and putting them together. So I had one on eBay and I found one of those science fair kits that I remember building, and I ordered one and got it in and hooked it all up and had my wire to the ground and had a bunch of wire all over my room. And I think I got one station, after nights and nights and nights of trying to get in stations. And it was a clear one, and I think it was a religious station. But, it got the excitement back. And I was thinking they got to make these better. So I did some research online and saw you could build your own, and it looked kind of daunting, buying the wire and wrapping it and then having to assemble and try to build. And I just didn't have quite the tools to do all the work. So I've been looking on eBay for ready-built kits, and I found this one. This one was labeled House CR-5, already assembled. And we'll just go kind of over some of the components. Really impressive build quality. The gentleman actually signed his piece on the bottom here. I'll show it to you real quick. This was number 6, and you can see he made it September 5th, 2008, and he must have just got started, and he really took good care of his work. I mean, the way it's assembled, everything is very precisely done. I was very happy with the build and all the parts with it. So, yeah. And another bonus, which I'm going to tell you later here, is that he's still making them, and they're still available on eBay. So, and it works real well. So let's go over the features. On the front, you'll notice a variable capacitor. I'm not sure the value. You can contact the gentleman, and I'll give you his information on the bottom of the details page here, and he can probably tell you, what the capacitance is here. It helped. I remember having this hooked up and getting about 4 or 5 different stations. And what this would do is this would help with like a gain control. It would almost help me tune it in a little clearer. I noticed that sometimes if I left it up a little bit as I tune the main inductor here, as you can see when you move this knob, that moves very slowly. I hope you can see that moving, but it is moving along the side of the roll. They call it a roller inductor. And this would help tune that as I roll this back and forth, trying to get that station to come in. So it's neat. You just don't see these already. I think it's kind of cool. The old-fashioned capacitor, I love that. And you can see how he wired it straight down and then up underneath. And you can trace his build, and you can almost replicate this yourself by seeing how he hooked everything up. Very simplistic, but very well done. He used some nice quality plywood, and he stained it real nice, and then he used a nice 3/8 inch acrylic faceplate and drilled it really good, carefully, so there's no cracking in there. As you can tell, there's no spider webbing or anything like that, which is nice. And nice knobs used, nice solid feel. Let's see here, what else can we go over? So this piece here, the Inductor Roller, he actually sells this separately still on eBay for a price of $17.50 shipped, and people can build their own kits with this. So it includes the roller inductor, which is 105 turns of 24 gauge wire around a 1.5 inch form, which is he used PVC pipe here, and I think he says it's 3 3/8 inch long piece. So yeah, you could actually build your own radio using this, which is pretty cool. I almost thought about buying just this by itself and then kind of incorporating it in my own build, because I'll be honest with you, this would be a pain to put together. He actually epoxied it too, so it stays in one place here on the ends. There's epoxy on those edges. Did a real fine job on that. So it comes with this bar, his brass finished piece here where he soldered the tab that acts as your tuner. Okay, and then of course going to the back, you start seeing the simple things. your ground terminal, your antenna terminal, there's your diode, and then your resistor for your headphones. And it's really nice because you use these really cool thumb wheels that you can just, and then you put your leads in on all 4 of those, which is really, really handy. And I like how he marked the tops. He painted that blue for antenna and green for ground. That was pretty handy. I like that. Let's see. Overall dimensions of the set is 5 1/4 inches long by 5 inches wide by 2.5 inches high. This is 2.5 inches high. So pretty cool there. So yeah, I was really happy with this set. Like I said, I had it hooked up about 2008, and I was getting about 4 or 5 stations on a regular nightly basis, and it was just really fun to tune in. And comparing it to that cheap science fair kit, it did not compare at all. So I really enjoyed this a lot. I want to hook it up now, but the wife's kind of hemming and hawing about me putting up wires everywhere. So I probably won't get that right away, but I'm going to try to convince her to let me start putting wires up again. Let's see what else we can go over. The price now, he's selling them for $58.90 now, and it might seem a little higher, but he puts a lot of effort into it. And I think a kit like this, pre-built, ready to go, I just don't see that being a really bad price at all for the amount of work involved in putting this, to build this together. So with that said, if you're looking for something different, and you're looking for something that requires no power, which is pretty cool. I mean, I always thought that was amazing how you can listen to the radio and not need a battery. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? And just get back to the roots of radio waves. I mean, it's amazing what you can hear out there. And so I actually bought another kit. He sells a CR-1, I believe. And that model is a very simplistic one where you have the rod going across the top, and then you have your diode and resistor. You don't have this extra capacitor here to tune. So, but in a very simple format. And I think that's like $25. So you could build a really cool kit with that because he provides all the components. And I think he might pre-wind the coil for you. So you just assemble it pretty much, putting everything together. That makes it easy to put together and have fun with right away without spending a ton of money. And so yeah, these crystal radio kits are amazing. If you want to go check him out, his username on eBay is Paul, 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 Doran, Doran 39, so all one word, Paul Doran 39 on eBay. And yeah, I'll put his link on the bottom of the description details so you can check out his kits. I think he's going to stop making these. I think he has like 5 left, and he mentioned that he's getting tired, maybe he's getting older, and he just doesn't want to build them anymore. So if you're looking to get one of these kits, I really recommend it. It's just an amazing piece of equipment that you can build, or show other people that, look at this, here, put this headphone on and listen. And we have, we're listening to the airwaves with, on their own power, with, without using any kind of battery. So that right there always intrigued me. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and watch for future ones. Thank you. Bye-bye.